Which horrible injury did Mary Mouser pick up on the set of Cobra Kai? What Hollywood actress might end up joining the cast of the rebooted show eventually? Which leading cast member got kicked out of Disneyland last year? Let's spill the Tai Chi on all the drama we don't see on camera. The martial arts training was more difficult for the younger cast members. Have you ever thought you could totally take someone down with your high kick? You may want to think again. It's not quite as easy as it looks. Hiro Koda, the stunt coordinator of Cobra Kai, revealed that it was a bit more difficult to train the younger actors on the set of the show because they didn't have prior martial arts training. In comparison to Billy Zabka and Ralph Macchio, who still remember their martial arts training from the original Karate Kid film back in 1984, the newer, younger actors needed more guidance and instruction. Interestingly though, the older fellows who are already in their 50s were able to catch on to learning new stunts way quicker than the actors who are in their teenage years or early 20s. Hiro Koda told The Beat, "They were all new from the very beginning, and they were learning martial arts on the show as they were progressing. The difficult part was some of them got very good very quickly, and we had to hold them back and say, well, you can't be that good yet. You've got to kind of slow it down a little bit and not look as good." He went on to say, "But then you have Billy Zabka and Ralph Macchio. Those guys already had prior training from doing the Karate Kid years ago. Ralph didn't continue training, but Billy did continue to train martial arts for a while after those films were shot. So bringing those guys in was like dusting off the cobwebs and getting them back into it." Tanner Buchanan and Mary Mouser talked about how much training they had to do in preparation for season 2 of the show. They both revealed how completely new the world of martial arts was for them. But despite the fact that they were learning everything for the first time, they both have done an excellent job pulling off their fight sequences. Fun fact, Hiro Koda is also the stunt coordinator for Stranger Things on Netflix as well. Is there anything this guy can't do? Mary Mouser got injured on set and had to go to the ER. Mary Mouser, the actress behind the role of Samantha LaRusso, got seriously hurt on the set of Cobra Kai. While trying to absorb a kick, she placed her hand in the wrong spot and it got knocked pretty hard enough for her to have to go to the ER. This unfortunate event meant everyone had to wait until the following day to finish filming the high school hallway fight scene. Mary revealed that if you pause the show at the perfect moment, you'll be able to see the surgical wrap around her fingers from the hospital. Luckily, she's all healed now and ready to continue filming more intense fighting scenes with her castmates. Whoever said being an action star was easy? Move over, Bruce Willis, there's a new gal in town. Billy Zabka wasn't a big fan of his character's reprisal storyline at first. Billy Zabka was hesitant to reprise the role of Johnny after hearing about Johnny reopening the Cobra Kai dojo. At the Tribeca Film Festival, he spoke on it, saying, "It was a little painful in a way. It's Pandora's box for Johnny. It's the snake that bit him, you know?" Ultimately, Billy changed his mind and went along with the writers' and producers' plans for the show. He made the right decision by joining the cast. It just wouldn't have been the same if he didn't. Hilary Swank has not been invited to join the cast of Cobra Kai. Yet. In 1994, Hilary Swank landed the leading role in the next Karate Kid. She played the character of Terry Silvers, another young student who learned how to fight through the wise and wonderful teachings of Mr. Miyagi. In terms of the first 2 seasons of the show, John Hurwitz, the show's creator, revealed this: "We have not yet reached out to Hilary Swank, but we do think about her as somebody who is part of the Karate Kid canon and who could exist in the world of Cobra Kai. Even though she wasn't invited to join the first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai, this is still good news. They are considering bringing back the character of Terry Silvers. Keep your fingers crossed, grasshoppers. There's still hope yet." Billy Zabka compared the reboot to Bad Santa. According to the New York Post, Billy Zabka spoke about Cobra Kai, saying, "This show could still exist without the Karate Kid. It would be like Bad Sensei, kind of like the 2003 movie Bad Santa." Comparing the rebooted show to Bad Santa is pretty hilarious because the latter is a comedy about a Santa Claus impersonator who drinks, curses, and gets into a lot of shenanigans. Honestly, the comparison is kinda hilarious, even if it's a little offbeat. We're lucky that Billy Zabka and Ralph Macchio remained friends over the years and then linked up to bring this show to life. The storyline of a sensei training a new prodigy instead of going the Bad Sensei route is way more doable if you ask us. Ralph Macchio was fully aware that the public had low expectations for Cobra Kai. While discussing the success of the show, Ralph Macchio revealed that he knew all about the low expectations most people had leading up to their first time watching it. He said it exceeded expectations. One thing to add is that the low expectations going in, the low expectations by the press, the low expectations by the fan base, did not hurt us. They were like, oh, this is going to be terrible. This is the worst idea I've ever heard. Just another 80s reboot, just another cash grab. And then, all of a sudden, we delivered a product that was credible and smart and relevant and nostalgic. He's absolutely right. The reboot ended up turning out awesome with ratings to prove it. It's even been nominated for a Primetime Creative Arts Emmy Award and a couple of Teen Choice Awards too. Billy Zabka told Pop Culture, "It's been so great. Ralph and I have become good friends over the years, and from the ground up when we first got pitched this, we've been in close contact since. We're both very careful and respectful of the Karate Kid, and we have that shared history together. The classic and original films were so powerfully memorable that no one wanted to ruin the legacy. The result? Cobra Kai has ticked all the right boxes and helped the legacy to fight another day." Billy Zabka was removed from Disneyland in 2019. Billy Zabka got the boot from the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. But it's not what you think. He was visiting the theme park and got mobbed by fans. He said, "I was there with a bunch of my buddies. I got surrounded and somebody said, 'That's the guy from Karate Kid.' And it turned into one of those things where they had to take me out of Disneyland." Imagine trying to spend a nice and enjoyable day on rides like Peter Pan's Flight and Splash Mountain, but being forced to leave before having all the fun. What a bummer. Robert Garrison passed away in 2019 after a private health struggle. Robert Garrison played Tommy in the original Karate Kid film, coining the overly repeated line, "Get him a body bag, yeah!" Sadly, in 2019, he passed away from a private health battle at the age of 59. According to Daily Mail, he was dealing with issues with his kidney and liver. He was briefly able to reprise his role as Tommy in Cobra Kai. It is truly very sad that one of the original Karate Kid cast members is no longer with us. We would have loved to have seen more of Tommy in the series. Were your expectations for the rebooted show super low like Ralph Macchio assumed? And if so, have you been pleasantly surprised by Cobra Kai's awesomeness? Let us know in the comments below.